This is Durag Wisdom on this Y2K 16.11.06. 48 hours or so, or 72 hours left of our democratic republic as the election is coming up this Tuesday. I'm trying to value every single minute of my perhaps last days of living in a democratic society, or a republic as we would say. I know why President Obama is campaigning his heart out. I know why Bill Maher on his last Friday's show was visibly upset. Like I never saw him like that before. Because we have a totalitarian fascist who could become president of my country. That's why. President Obama has been campaigning like he's never campaigned before, even while he was running for president. Every single bits of his accomplishments that he has made over these last 8 years will go down the toilet in a moment if they nominate the Nazi, if the Nazi gets to be president. All the horrific things that happened to people during the rule of Republicans will return on steroids if people elect this maniac who we'll never be able to get rid of. I know why Bill Maher was extremely upset. I know why Barack Obama has been campaigning his heart out. We're about to lose our democratic republic. We have these racists, these hate mongers, these greedy bastards who are living in our country. And we have enough of them and enough fools that want to follow them that we are being threatened at this point in our history, 240-year history. And just in a moment, everything our country has stood for will be gone. Well, I know why. I watched Bill Maher. I was very upset. I have toilet paper all over my house because I've been shitting my ass off. My stomach has been upset personally. You know what? As a Jewish American, an American Jew, I'm exceedingly concerned that history will repeat itself, and once again we'll have another creepy piece of shit Nazi running things and killing, murdering people. This country has a lot of problems. And the problem with this country is it hasn't gotten over its racism. It hasn't gotten over its savagery. I mean, for what? 200 years black people were slaves in this country? Do you think that in our 240-year history that the racists in this country are suddenly going to become clear? That they're going to get their minds right, as they say in Cool Hand Luke? You think a Mitch McConnell or a Ted Cruz or any of these racist white Southerner pieces of trash are ever going to change? I know exactly. I mean, as a persecuted minority, as a Jewish American, I know what being persecuted is. I know what prejudice is. I know what bigotry is. Look, one time I was going to be an ice cream truck driver temporarily when I was in my younger days. And the guy told me, don't worry, you're a Jew and you're a natural salesman. Isn't that wonderful? It's in my blood. I cut my wrists open here and money will go flowing out. Isn't that amazing? Would have solved my financial problems a long time ago. But here we are, right? Once again. And the world is never without the problems. The world is never without any aggravation or agony or horrific torture. So once again, the problem is, the way to solve our problems is to elect a bully, fascist dictator to run things? We haven't learned enough from history? But you see, once again, people think the past is mutable. The past can be changed. But I know the past can never be changed. And no matter what these Republican fascist scumbags say, I know what they've been doing the last 8 years. Because the hate that's at the root of our country, the racist hate, and I can go the anti-Semitic hate too, and the xenophobic hate of the other, as well as keeping women, the misogynist hate, keeping women under our thumbs, and the stinking Protestant work ethic we have in this country that makes us work 24 hours a day. So not even election day, the most important day for our democratic republic, isn't even a holiday? That we have only a few people that control our media? A handful of millionaires that run our lives? And we're not surprised that this country, that there's a segment of this country, a hateful segment of this country, a slimeball segment of this country that has allowed a fascist, a dictator to run for president of my country? I'm not surprised that Barack Obama is campaigning. He's afraid. He's afraid for our democratic republic. He fears for it. Bill Maher, I could cry. I was to see him. I know what's going through his mind. He's looking at the last days, perhaps, of our democratic republic. Now, I just want to say in conclusion right now, I'm almost certain that this guy could be elected. And this is what I'm going to do. First, tomorrow, I have to go and take my money out of the stock market. And then once I find out that this turd wins, I have to go out and I have to claim my constitutional right to bear arms and buy weapons for my house here in case that prick wins, so that the Nazi scumbags that he has legitimized, the KKK hate mongers that he has legitimized, if they come to my Jewish door and try to destroy me, to murder me or mine, I'm going to be prepared. And I'm not threatening anyone here, folks, if you're looking at this. I am a law-abiding citizen who's worked his entire life, okay? To not come toward the end of his life to see his country taken over by fascist pigs. Sorry, pigs. I love the pig, the animal. I'm sorry. Fascist scum. And I'm going to buy these weapons before Adolf Trumpler takes them away. Because if anyone's going to get rid of the Second Amendment is a fascist dictator. If King George of England was still alive today, he would make sure that none of us had guns, that none of us had any weapons. And you can believe that this scumbag Trumpler, Adolf Nazi Trumpler, is going to make sure that people like me, progressives like me, don't have a means to protect ourselves in case his alt-right mob wants to come to our doors to kill us. You see how stressed out I am? You see it? I know why Obama's campaigning all over this country. His heart, by his blood. And I know why Bill Maher, one of the wittiest and most intelligent satirists and humorists in America, I understand why he was upset the other night on his show Real Time. Because on Tuesday, perhaps a bunch of morons are going to put a fascist in charge of my country. country, and you can believe you, my friends, I will never call that bastard president. Never!